Yo, what's good YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoot, back with the Ultimate Pokemon Conference Season 6, week number 6, and we're taking on the Umbreon FC, coached by Devin Specs, and he has a pretty threatening team consisting of Tapu Fini, Mega Pinsir, Azelf, Z Haxorus, Thundurus Therian, Z Entei, Araquanid, Skuntank, Glaceon, Flygon, and the Ludicolo. And we have, as always, our same team. Infernape, Hydreigon, Clefable, Bronzong, Serp, Zapdos, Snorlax, Donphan, Pukamaku, Mega Bayonet, and the Vivillon. And this week we're bringing Infernape, Hydreigon, Bronzong, Superior, Zapdos, and the Snorlax. As you can see on screen, we're bringing Infernape with an Iron Fist, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Close Combat, and Swords Dance set with the Iron Fist and a Koba Berry. The Koba Berry is so that I'm speed creeping Mega Pinsir, and the Koba Berry prevents me from just being straight up nuked by Quick Attack just anytime he wants to revenge kill me. Um, Fire Punch and Close Combat hit literally everything outside of Tapu Fini, which Thunder Punch hits. Araquanid also. Uh, let's not forget that. Tapu Fini and Araquanid both don't take Thunder Punch as well, especially at +2. Likely at +2, after Stealth Rock's Thunder Punch likely knocks out the Araquanid and likely 2-hit KOs the Tapu Fini, which is really hype. But yeah, that's just about it for Infernape. It's a really solid revenge killer. It's faster than things like Flygon, Glaceon, Skuntank, Entei, Thundurus Therian, Haxorus. All those mons Infernape is faster than, and just can nuke really hard with Fire Punch or Close Combat, respectively. And with that Swords Dance up, I could potentially just sweep his team and prevent myself from being revenge killed by like a Quick Attack Mega Pinsir because of my Koba Berry. Potentially, not 100%, but it's a possibility. Next up, we have Hydreigon, which is going to be a Life Orb workup set. This is pretty hype. I've actually never ran a workup physically offensive Hydreigon set before. I don't know if I've actually ran workup Hydreigon at all. But with Crunch, Outrage, and Thunderfang, this is actually really cool coverage. And I got the Life Orb. I don't have Roost this week to negate the Life Orb damage. But Workout, Crunch, Outrage, and Thunderfang just literally hits his entire team. I don't want to lock myself into Outrage if I don't have to. It's more of a nuke once Fini is gone to bot things like Mega Pinsir and Azelf, Araquanid, and whatnot. But if I have to, I don't mind to knock something out with Outrage and then potentially give the Fini the revenge kill. I don't mind to do that. So it's a possibility, and it's something to consider in the match. I do have the Thunderfang just for the Tapu Fini. I think if I weaken it with Infernape and then maybe set up a workup late game with Hydreigon can just put in the same amount of work as Infernape this match, in my opinion. Got two solid mons there for my offense. I actually do bring a more offensive approach to this match. Next up, we're going to have a Bronzong, which is our Stealth Rocker. With Jaw, Earthquake, and Light Screen, this monster, it don't die, really, it really don't. He's got Tapu Fini, which can taunt me, but that's not too big of an issue. This thing can check Mega Pinsir, although I can't do much damage back to it. Gyro Ball, after Stealth Rocks, is still pretty solid. Same for Azelf, Haxorus, Thundurus even. Entei doesn't like Earthquake. Can't really touch Araquanid or Skuntank or anything like that. Glaceon's bought by the Gyro Ball. Flygon is as well. And Ludicolo's. I don't really think Ludicolo's coming, but I do have the Superior in the back if I do want to check it offensively. But it has came and it like at least 3 matches, and it's died every time it's came without picking up any kills. So I don't really see Ludicolo as a huge threat. Not just because of its stats, but just because I don't think it has a great matchup, and my opponent would have to bring some sort of rain. I don't think Ludicolo fulfills much against my team. Now, like I said, this thing takes returns from Mega Pinsir all day. +2 close combat doesn't kill, and I'm immune to Earthquake, which is super solid. Leftovers gives me, it's my recovery. Like I don't have Roost, I don't have Synthesis or anything like that. So yeah, it's gonna be my um, recovery there. Basically just a stealth rocker. Maybe throw up a light screen, get a hit off, and die. I don't expect too much of Bronzong outside of maybe checking things like Flygon, Mega Pinsir, and Haxorus. But next up we got Superior, Lord Slug here with the Leftovers Contrary ability and 3 attacks with Synthesis, rocking enough speed to outpace, I'm pretty sure, the Mega Pinsir, potentially more. I don't see myself actually speed creeping Azelf, but it's possible. Let's take a look actually. Yeah, it's just Mega Pinsir. Leaf Storm hits everything on his team, and what it doesn't hit, Dragon Pulse and Hidden Power Rock hit pretty hard. So like this mon is really super cool. Like I could have potentially packed a Kobe Berry on it as well, but actually I probably should have. But I do have Zapdos, so like I have Bronzong and Zapdos, Kobe Berry, and Fernape. Mega Pinsir shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, if Quick Attack comes to bite me in the ass, especially on a SERP sweep, then I would be pretty upset. But yeah, Leaf Storm is a nuke against his team. Not much takes Leaf Storm into Leaf Storm, and if it does, it doesn't take Leaf Storm into Dragon Pulse or Leaf Storm into Hidden Power Rock. And Synthesis is super cool. I guess Skuntank, does the job pretty well, but my team pressures Skuntank. My team pressures what else? My team pressures Ludicolo as well. Like it's not taking Leaf Storm into Leaf Storm anyway, so not too much to say about that. With the contrary ability and Leaf Storm drops, this thing can just set up and potentially win with its speed tier being so good. Next up, we got Zapdos with the Charty Berry. Now, you might be asking, why Charty Berry, Scoot? Why Charty Berry? Well, this thing's an infinite an infinite wall to Mega Pinsir unless Mega Pinsir has Stone Edge. So if Mega Pinsir actually has Stone Edge, if I come in on rocks, take a frustration, or return, then I die to Stone Edge. Charty Berry prevents me from dying to Stone Edge. If he's at, okay, say I come in on rocks and take a frustration, then the Charty Berry will keep me alive from a neutral Stone Edge. But if I come in on rocks and I don't take a frustration, he sets up to +2 with the Swords Dance, and then he clicks Stone Edge, I'll also live a +2 Stone Edge. So it's pretty hype too. I got the Discharge just for general stab. Hits the Mega Pinsir, hits the Tapu Fini. Hidden Power Ice hits the Haxorus and the Flygon, which resist the Discharge. Thunderous Therian also is immune with Volt Absorb. It gets bopped. Well, not bopped, but it gets hit by the Hidden Power Ice. And Roost Protect for longevity basically, and to scout for the Stone Edge to make sure that, hey, okay, he's going to click the Stone Edge here. My Charty Berry is going to pop this turn, and I can click Discharge. Or if he switches out, now see if I'm at a certain amount of HP, I'm not going to click Protect to even scout. I'm just going to click Thunderbolt, Discharge. But if I'm at really low HP, then I could click Protect, and my opponent may not be paying attention, and he may think I have leftovers, and he's just going to click the Stone Edge again, and my Charty Berry is going to pop, prevent me from dying. Also have Static, so it could potentially paralyze a Frustration Mega Pinsir, return Mega Pinsir, can potentially get Haxorus, anything that touches me physically, Entei per se, Flygon even, they could all be static paralyzed, which would put things like Infernape and Superior, and most importantly, it would put Hydreigon in a good position. Since its speed tier isn't the best, it kind of has a weird speed tier. But that's not too important. I guess we can move on from Zapdos. I think I've talked about it enough. Next up, we got Snorlax, and we're rocking a choice band set this week with Frustration and Double Edge. My opponent has no normal immunity or resistance. He has no Rock type, no Steel type, no Ghost. So I can actually just bring Snorlax in. Max attack adamant. This tops out at 350 attack points. Frustration just nukes everything, and what like if there's something that could potentially live like Tapu Fini or Araquanid or Entei or Haxorus or something like that, something that's bulky enough to take a choice banded adamant Frustration, I can click Double Edge and bop it. And the thing about it is, It's going to take 33% recoil, but I have rest talk. What this means is if I take 33% twice, meaning I take 66%, I'm left at 33%, I could potentially come in on something that's, you know, more passive or not going to be able to damage me as much, such as something like a Skuntank, Araquanid, Thunderous Therian, Ludicolo potentially, and I can rest up on them, get all my HP back, and then come back in to drop those nukes with double edge once again, and it just seems like a really cool set for me. I like normal spam. I like, okay, if my opponent doesn't have a resist or a check or an immunity to something, I like to spam stuff. Spam is good because it's eventually going to get through. Like, if you keep knocking or keep beating, you'll eventually knock the door down. That's some old saying. I don't really know, but yeah, I guess I've pretty much talked all I can about. I have some kind of speed investment here. As you can see, I got 56 EVs on screen. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what that's for. I don't think I can come anywhere close to Feeny, Pinsir, Azelf, Haxorus, Thunderous Therian, Entei, Glaceon, or Flygon, or potentially even Ludicolo. I may be able to speed creep Araquanid and Skuntank, but I think that's about it. And if that's the case, then that's the case. But yeah, we can go ahead and hop into the replay, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are with the replay, and I actually have to move myself to the other side of the screen. There we are. So, my opponent brings the Thunderous Therian, Mega Pinsir that you can't see behind the Araquanid totem. It's he tried to hide his Mega Pinsir to make me think he only brought 5 months, but I see him back there. I see him. My opponent's got the Glaceon, the Flygon, and the Tapu Fini. So like I said, no Rock type, no Steel type on his team, so he can't bring any of those. And Snorlax gets a kill every time it comes in, or a 2-hit KO with Frustration. But it does get a kill every time it comes in and clicks Double Edge. It just, something dies. And I can click it up to 3 times without dying myself, which is super solid. I think it's 3 times. I think it's those recoil moves, Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, Double Edge, all those moves. I think they have 33% recoil damage every time. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong on that, because that could save me some games in the future. So Infernape doesn't have a terrible matchup. It outspeeds everything that he brought, besides potential Choice Scarf Mons like Thunderous Therian or Flygon, or potentially even Choice Scarf Feeny. That's not too far of a stretch. Choice Scarf Glaceon would be some heat. I don't really expect something like that. And Araquanid, once I saw its totem set there, I immediately checked and saw excuse me. I immediately checked to see if Araquanid's stats changed with the totem, but they didn't, so everything was cool, and we could continue with the battle. If Infernape gets a Swords Dance up, I can just click Fire type attack after Fire type attack into Close Combat, or eventually into Thunder Punch on the Araquanid and the Tapu Fini. But like, Infernape really goes ham. Hydreigon goes ham this match. Really, all my offense does pretty solid this match. Araquanid's actually a pretty solid check to Superior's Leaf Storm. He can come in, like, spoiler alert, he reveals to be a super solid a check to SERP with an Assault Vest variant Araquanid. I still think Zapdos is a solid mon in this match. Even though I'm kind of slow and more defensive, it can still put in the work, since like mons like Pinsir and Flygon aren't necessarily the bulkiest, and like Mega Pinsir can't damage Zapdos back really, and the Flygon is really frail, especially to like a 4 times super effective attack. And like I said, Snorlax is just looking phenomenal. If I can just get rocks up with Bronzong, I'll be in a happy position. In my opinion. So, well, I guess since it's my emotions, then it's not really an opinion. But we can go ahead and hop into the replay here, since we are here now. And I'm going to lead off with Zapdos. My opponent leads with their Araquanid. So here I was kind of fearful of webs, but I do have defog, so I'm not too terrified. And I can just throw off a Thunder Discharge here, as my opponent goes into the Thunderous Therian, which was kind of an obvious play. But I didn't need to make a prediction there and go for Hidden Power Eyes as he got webs up or went for Choice Banded Liquidation or something like that. Here I can just switch out, not really fear this thing too much. Go straight into my SERP as he goes for knockoff, knocking off my leftovers. Um, I don't know if I don't disagree with the play, but I don't know. It's tough to say. I guess that was a fine play because I wasn't going to stay in. I could have potentially been a toxic set, but he could have potentially been a subset. So it makes sense that he got what he got out of that. And now I'm just going to click Leaf Storm as it does 24%, revealing that he is more than likely an Assault Vest variant because max HP, max SPDEF doesn't even do that little. So he has to be an Assault Vest variant with a little SPDEF investment. But yeah, I'm conditioning him to completely go into Thunderous Therian every time that my Zapdos comes in and he thinks I'm going to click Discharge. So that's the idea at this point in the match. And I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks here. I didn't expect Flygon to be able to damage me, but he does reveal that he has the special Flamethrower, and he's likely a special set all around. Here I know he can't knock me out again with the Flamethrower, so I just go for the light screen to better help some of my other mons as he brings in the Feeny, and he actually clicks Defog when I have Superior on the other end, and I get the contrary boost for evasion. I did not boost my own evasion, so this does not break evasion clause. My opponent boosted my evasion for me, so that's really a hype actually. Here I'm just going to be able to. He goes into Araquanid on my Leaf Storm again. He's still not in range. Like I need him to come in on rocks and take a maybe one more Leaf Storm plus rocks to be able to 2-hit KO him. But yeah, here I finally conditioned him to exactly what I wanted. He's going to bring in his Thunderous Therian on my Zapdos. And I'm going to read that, and I'm going to go hard in my Snorlax, and he brings in the Thunderous Therian. And now I just get a kill with Frustration. Or so I thought. But he actually goes for the knockoff and knocks off my Choice Band, meaning I'm doing significantly less. But I'm just going to click Frustration again here, and I get a critical hit. I don't know if Flygon lives a max attack Adamant Frustration. It's a base 102 attack, but it wasn't going to be able to do much back. Like, sure, it can predict my Bronzong and go for Flamethrower, but if I stay in with Snorlax, then Flamethrower's doing nothing. If he clicks Dragon Attack or Earthquake and I go into Bronzong, then I'm immune. So it was really, I don't really think he lost a big portion there. And had I clicked Double Edge, he died anyway. So it like Flygon wasn't a switch into Snorlax anyway. So it's like he switched it in and it wasn't a switch in and it got crit. And that's just, it's something I can't apologize for. Like in my opinion, it's a bad play that rewarded me for that. You know what I'm saying? I got a crit because he made a bad play. But to be fair, it might have been a sack. So it might not just be a bad play. It might just be a sack so he could bring something else in. Because he does choose to bring the Mega Pinsir in the following turn. I do have 200 HP investment though, so a return or frustration would not kill me, and I could have knocked him out as well with double edge. But I wanted to bring in Zapdos first, and wanted to scout what he had because Snorlax can still put in the work. Adamant max attack, Rest Talk, double edge, it still puts in the work. Really would like to have the Choice Band frustration still, but it's okay. I go for the Discharge here on the Mega Pinsir, predicting him to potentially have Stone Edge and not think I would be Charty Berry. But he doesn't fall for that yet. Go straight to his Thunderous Therian once again and gets a little bit of his Volt Absorb back. And I'm going to hard switch out into Serp. And at this range he dies to, I think, well, he hadn't shown much of a spread, and he did live a max attack frustration from Snorlax. So he's more than likely bulky and probably wouldn't have died to the Leaf Storm, but he would have taken a lot, and if he chose to U-turn out, then he would have taken the damage for nothing. So it was likely he would either switch out or not click U-turn, maybe Sludge Wave or something else, and I would just be getting chip off. But he didn't want Thunderous Therian taking any damage, so he switches hard out into Araquanid, And at this range, I may be able to 2-hit KO him, so I just go for it, and I do pick up the knockout. Now he brings in the Glaceon, and I'm just going to go for the Leaf Storm again because I know it'll knock out at this range. You know, being at plus, you know, basically got a nasty plot up with the Leaf Storm behind it, base 120 special attack move. Should blow through this Glaceon. And like I said at team preview, there's no way this thing's Choice Scarf. Maybe Flygon, Thunder, Therian, or Feeny. Could be, but it would be completely ludicrous to have a Choice Scarf Glaceon. But he indeed does have a Choice Scarf Glaceon with Frost Breath, which is guaranteed critical hit every time. So I can't actually be mad because of his crit. And he actually gets, you know, it's a revenge crit anyway. He deserved it because I crit his Flygon. So I go into Infernape knowing he's locked in their Frost Breath. I'm just going to click Swords Dance, knowing that Tapu Fini is going to die to the Thunder Punch, more than likely. Or definitely be 2-hit KO'd anyway. So here I go for the Thunder Punch, and it puts him in range of a +2 Fire Punch, which is the better move because he does have Thunderous Therian still. And that thing comes in and drops to the +2 Fire Punch. And here, I didn't predict him to have anything to hit me with, but he actually reveals Water Pulse and drops to the Fire Punch, and then the Mega Pincher comes in, and I'm now in quick attack range, even with my Cobra Berry, so I can't actually do anything back, and I end up getting revenge killed by the Mega Pincher, but I bring in Zapdos to get a little chip down, and then bring in the Bronzong to finish up the match, because it should be able to beat the Mega Pincher and the Tapu Fini at the ranges that they're at. So that's going to be a good game to our boy Devon Specs, coach of the Umbreon FC. And yeah, going to be picking up a nice 3-0 victory here, moving into week 7, and that's going to be a game. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.